Tell your story.
Change the conversation.
Organized by students.
TEDxYouth at SHC.
The Atlantic, travel ban returns. The Washington Post, gun violence in America. USA Today, DACA immigrants terrified. Huffington Post, letter to ban transgender troops. The New York Times, the glass ceiling holds. And it pains me how many have cut fingers feeling for cracks, holes, large enough spaces to fit through just to get ahead. It seems like we've been force-fed gender roles to the point that I'm choking on powerful men and over-emotional women. So boys, when I say business, I want you to imagine women in ties, and girls, when I say beauty, I want you to imagine holding a boy while he cries, because in the eyes of the beholder, our entire world lies. So we must collectively behold. Each person strives to make a mark on this earth, and we try, but apparently women are only 79% of what a man is worth. But those 21 cents are not what define us. In fact, I'd like to say that they're there to remind us that we must be better, and to each other, let that fight bind us. They say people unite in the darkest of times, so people unite against sexism's crimes. Times are shifting, and feminists who've heeded this call to action have paved the way for us also. Let us be the flood that follows the tide of activism. Who says in our body hair we can't take pride? Feminism is equality, glad that's been clarified. Because no more should a boy who's been 12 years on this earth have spent 2 of them equating his V-line to worth than a girl who, after turning 13, had to laugh off men's comments that bordered obscene. Yet the important part is we're aware of this issue, and the conviction of many is one to submit to. So if we can add hands to the chain already joined and make equality for all, the anthem we've coined, will have more than a chance. We'll have a promise, an oath, to break society's trance and to witness regrowth.
Out of 100 Americans, LGBTQ+ makes up 23. And if a little number like that doesn't make you feel altruistic, allow me to demonstrate and make this simplistic. This little statistic, realistically, makes up about 276 students in our SHC community. But let me tell you, my 275 sisters and brothers, embrace who you are and do not let others dictate your self-worth because you're gay. Because you're happy. And you wouldn't want to be any other way. My friends, something we often forget but hear all the time is those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind. Do not apologize for those who are blinded when you shine like the star that you are. And while you skeptics out there may be thinking this is all wishful thinking and I'm trapped in some bubble, I reassure you that my words mean no trouble. I just want to show you how love can change the world. So let's show the offenders how the power of love creates an ember that burns in our hearts forever. That tells us we can love who we want to no matter their gender. That causes on the earth beneath our feet a tremor. Let's help them remember what Lin-Manuel Miranda said to a nation terrified, that love is love, is love, is love, is love is love. It cannot be killed or swept aside.
So it wasn't in vain that Matthew Shepard died.
One day we will truly know the definition of pride. Being proud of the part of yourself that you hide and tuck away for fear of judgment, and letting that all come out. Knowing that there are other people going through the same journey as you, that you are not alone, that it is okay to be unapologetically yourself. Because truly, what is a world without color?
Women and men arrived in this country for opportunity, striving to better the lives of their sons and daughters. They scream, we do not want them to encounter the obstacles that caught us. Their young children are the profound dreamers whose aspirations bound leagues beyond struggle from immigration. These new visionaries aim to be nurtured by a well-deserved education, and to overcome their past is their ultimate vocation. But their rights are being repealed, their thoughts riddled with fear and frustration. This is what happens when people are seen as statistics, numbers instead of beings, when we are humans, lives, souls with dignity. Since when does justice equate to the color of skin? Don't you know it's just a pigment? Don't blind our eyes by painting the canvas of our country white. Instead, let us incessantly fight with dreamers for their due rights. We stand with you, dreamers. Our flame for reform ignites even amidst the strife. And though another's power can cut deep like a knife, we are humans. And yes, our wounds are real, but they also heal. And we will not falter in believing in who we are. We soar like eagles and we reach for the stars, and we rise stronger than before. No, we will not kneel to those who try to tear us apart. We know when we are together, we are stronger than we are. We band together to eradicate this hate. It is not human virtue to discriminate or segregate. Rather, we will assimilate, become one force of nature that opposition won't think to underestimate. I will say again, we stand with you, dreamers. It is in our best intentions to care and appreciate. It is in our core to love. Let that be our ultimate fate.
Their dream is my dream is your dream, for the peace and promising realm of opportunity, in hopes one day they will come true, only for the man in the office to push it away and say, "You're a minority. I don't like you." So you can keep sending your hateful tweets, continuing to think you're playing your cards right. But think again, you will not win this fight. We cannot be afraid to look in the face of oppression.
We are the revolution that will end segregation.
But we bear witness to yet another trend. One where headlines are filled with deadliest shooting of modern history, innocent lives gone at the hands of the Second Amendment because the right to bear arms is more of a right than life. We're living in an era where guns is the new black, or maybe even crack. It's an addiction that people can't let go. Rather, they hold on tighter to their crystal. I mean their pistol. Together we stand united to be the voice to make a choice and break the silence of this nonstop violence. And so the only way to erase this hate is to love, even with the lack thereof.
Void of existence is what they try to make people when terrorists shoot and bomb and mercilessly slaughter in the name of hate. Every single time, the people look for a reason where the hate seemed to originate. So they choose something about the assailant to hate, whether it's their religion, their race, the number of lives they tried to erase. The people need something to discriminate. But instead of discriminate, let's educate. Teach and learn that the actions of one do not reflect the opinion of many, that one is not everyone. Let's erase the hate of a group for the actions of a member. While they shoot bullets, we can blow kisses. While they cause explosions, we can embrace others. Instead of just banding together after a tragic event, we can continue to love and care for the ones who have nothing. Continue to love and respect and support each other. And you may know this and do this, but your first thought may still be hateful. Don't doubt and call yourself hypocritical, because the first thought that goes through your mind is what you were conditioned to think.
It is what you think next that defines who you are.
My next thought is to embrace my own mission, to love and accept and understand and listen. Listen to others and listen to myself. Let's love each other and make progress on erasing this hate. But we run into people reluctant to change. They want to see the world only through their two eyes, but they need to know about the other side. They say their comments and we take the bait, and
so begins the cycle of hate.
With hate on the people who hate on the others. They say don't hate the player, hate the game. And it's okay to think that something is wrong, but when did it become okay to hate on the people who think it's okay? Instead of trying to understand, they spend their time trying to incriminate, segregate, obliterate, exterminate, eradicate what they hate. And
I just want to tell it to them straight, that they underestimate the power of love. Loving each other with flaws and all. Loving each other besides our differences. Loving each other and recognizing the story that each person has can erase even just a little hate. Light and love will win.
Thank you.